Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. The top games of the week. This week, last week we had the Cowboys and Eagles game as the top game of the week. The game of the week for everybody, and the Cowboys went out there and handled business and decimated and destroyed and conquered and dominated, annihilated, whatever word you want to use. They went out there and did their job and handled business against the Philadelphia Eagles, and tying with them right now. I think the Dallas Cowboys are the second seed in the NFC right now. The Eagles have some division games coming up. They got to play against Seattle. It's a conference game right there. Then you got to play against the Giants twice, and then you got to play against the Commanders. So we're going to see how things shape out. But this week, we have some even better. So even better games going on, too. We have the Cowboys and the Bills. And one of the games, then we got the Jaguars and the Ravens. Let's start off with the Cowboys and the Bills. Coming today, we have, coming on Sunday, we have two teams that are gunning for their spots in the playoffs, and the Cowboys trying to stay up there with the 49ers, with the Eagles, trying to stay on par with them, and the Bills are trying to get back in there. The Bills were 6-6. They lost a few ones, some close ones. They lost the one to the Eagles, and then they lost some close ones that they should have probably won and stuff. But they won against the Chiefs in a big-time showdown game. Josh Allen he has a 70.6 QBR, which is second in the league. Third in the league, and he has 25 touchdown passes. He also has 14 receptions, but 10 rushing touchdowns as well. Josh Allen has been playing at a good level, at an MVP-like level too as well. And of course, the turnovers can get a little high and stuff because you got to take a lot more chances, a lot more risks down the field and stuff. The gunslinger mentality quarterback, but he's doing everything he can to will his team back into the playoff picture. They're 7-6 right now. They're tied because it's a lot of teams 7-6 in the AFC. But since they lost a lot of the games in the conference, they have to work themselves back up. If they can go on a little run and maybe win, probably make this a 3-game win streak or 4-game win streak, they're gonna see themselves in that playoff picture and see themselves in the playoffs in a comfortable spot. And I don't think too many teams, whether you're home or not, want to just go and play against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills was the favorites entering the season. Favorites for everybody. Everybody had the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl, being Super Bowl favorites, saying they had enough pieces and getting Von Miller back and getting all these different guys back and healthy. They had enough pieces to get it done. And some injuries occurred again this year. You see Tre'Davious White injured again this year. He's a good player, but he can get banged up the past few years. And we see a lot of things happening, the firing of the OC and all the things that was going on. A lot of off-the-field drama. They said people had rumors going that Stephon Diggs want to get traded and all the things that was happening. But now I think they're kind of getting back on track. They can win this game against the Cowboys. That'll be a very big game for them. But the Cowboys are not some pushover team. The Cowboys have been playing at a high level. We see Dak Prescott going out there through 20. He got 28 touchdown passes, which is first in the NFL. Just has 6 interceptions. He's a 74.6 QBR, which is second highest, only tenths of a point under Brock Purdy, who's number 1 with 1.7 on QBR. Dak Prescott also leads the league in passing touchdowns. Dak Prescott is just playing at a high level, MVP-like level, and he has a big case to win MVP, especially if he can win these big games. They have some big stretches. They already beat the Eagles. Now they got the Bills. They got the Lions coming up. So they have some games coming up that they got to go. The Dolphins as well. So they have some games that are coming up. They got to play against some guys, some teams that are very versatile, some teams that are going to be in the playoffs too. So they can have a winning record in this little stretch right here and go out there and dominate and play their style of football. They're going to be up there and they'll have a big-time chance of, trying to work themselves and get to that Super Bowl again, because they're going to have to play the 49ers or the Eagles again in the playoffs to probably get to the NFC Championship game or to get past the NFC Championship game to get to the Super Bowl. But you're going to have to go through one of those two teams. So the Cowboys going through this adversity late in the season is good because it can help them a lot. Like going through this these tough teams, these tough schedules, the teams that are going to be in the playoffs, it's actually going to be helpful come playoff time because you know that atmosphere and that feel and what it feels like. So I think this game right here is going to be a close one. Both defenses are very good, of course, too. Good coaches, too, as well. McCarthy, I still don't trust McCarthy fully, but he's a pretty good coach. And then Sean McDermott's a pretty good coach, too, as well. Defensive-minded coach. Got the defense back on board. The defense been on board actually the entire season, just like sometimes the offense was struggling real bad, and they had to make a change, a switch, and they did that. So we're going to see what happens. I don't have a definite winner for this game right here. I feel like it can go either way. But I think the winner will win by 3. So it'll either be 27-24 or something like that, 30-33. But the winner will win by 3. I think it's going to come down to the last wire because these teams are too explosive, especially the Bills. The Bills always find themselves I think basically almost all their games have been down to the last wire, like came down to the last second. And some of them they lost, and some of them they won. A lot of one-score games, losses that they have. So we want to see what the Bills are made of this Sunday. We're going to see what the Cowboys are made of as well, and we're going to see who can walk out victorious. So yeah, moving on to the next game, we got the Ravens and the Jaguars, who is the other game of the week for me too as well. There's a lot of playoff implications on this game. The Jaguars started off, very hot, but they have lost 3 of their last 5. They're 2-3 over the last 5 games. Trevor Lawrence has been playing the best football. A lot of interceptions over the past 5 games as well. He got banged up that one game against the Bengals, which one they lost, ended up losing that game. But the Ravens defense is better than the Bengals defense. The Ravens got the #1 defense against the pass, and their rushing defense is very good. And when you have that rushing attack they have too on their side, it's very hard to stop. Lamar Jackson is almost an unstoppable player. The dynamic style he played with, the ability to, RPO is just unstoppable. Like a guy get the ball and he pull it like this, and he can give it to the running back, or he can pull it to throw it, or he can pull it and run himself, or he can pull it, run himself, and then throw it eventually. Sometimes you do a lot of different combinations, and it's kind of hard to stop that. And you got to be ready on the edge to be willing to be able to stop Lamar Jackson. And now that he has weapons on the outside, Odell Beckham, he got Aguilar make plays here and there, but Zay Flowers make some big time plays for the rookie, and then Mark Andrews as well. So they have a lot of pieces and a lot of players. So it's gonna be tough to see the Jaguars can overcome this. Should be a good game though. I think the Jaguars have enough fire and power, especially on offense. Defense might struggle, but I think the offense should hold their own a little bit, even though they're going against the #1 defense, on top defense like the Ravens. They should be able to put some points up and hold their own, but I don't think it's going to be enough to win the game. So my prediction for this game right here, I think the Ravens win 28-19 over the Jaguars, and they spice some things up in the AFC South, because the Texans they lost to the Jets. C.J. Stroud got injured, had the concussion. He got tackled and he kind of hit his head on the ground. So I don't know if he's going to be back this week or not. But the Texans can find themselves winning the game, and they be 8-6. I think the Jaguars are 8-5 now, right? I believe so. These Jaguars are 8-5. So the Jaguars lose this game right here. I could be mistaken. They're 9-4 or 8-5. They did 8-5. Yeah, 8-5. So they lose this game right here. Then you can start seeing some little, like, okay, it's getting a little crazy now. So we're going to see the races in the AFC South. And the Titans won the game too. Now the Titans are kind of far-fetched from the winning the division, but they still have a chance. You never know what could happen. We've seen crazy things happen. If they, say for instance, the Jaguars going to lose streak, or the Texans going to lose streak, and people start losing them games, you never know what could happen in the NFL. About any given Sunday, I always tell you, don't get comfortable. Never get comfortable where your seeding is, because you can always get knocked down. My Steelers was like 7-4, and now we're 7-6 after losing 2 games that we should have won. Could have easily won those 2 games, but 9-4, sitting up there with the top dogs, only 1 game behind the Ravens, but the Steelers didn't do that. So we gotta see they can be able to bounce back and be able to get themselves right too. So that way you can never get too comfortable. Never get too comfortable in your position, your seeding. You play every game like it's your last, like that, because you never know what could happen. So this is all I got for this video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Comment your predictions on the top games of the week, the Cowboys and Bills, who you got winning that, and the Ravens and Jags, who you got winning that. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.